Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the second hour of the week ahead on SABC News. We continue to focus to a great extent on the flooding that has happened in a number of provinces. Let's take you to this now. Tourism activities at the Kruger National Park in Mpumalanga and Limpopo are still suspended due to heavy rains. Several areas of the northern sections of the park are flooded, resulting in damage to bridges and roads infrastructure. Staff members at the Satara Rest Camp have been evacuated. The camp has since been closed as water and electricity supply is disrupted. Let's go to SABC News reporter Ulrich Hendriks, who has got the latest for us. Ulrich, good afternoon. Some of the more dramatic and striking video that we have seen in the last while that is emblematic of the flooding that we have seen in the two provinces has come out of rest camps at the Kruger National Park. Where do we stand now in terms of assessment of the damage, as well as the park itself assessing its readiness to resume activities as per normal?
Hi, good afternoon to listeners. Well, assessment on the damages, that's going to take a while. They'll have to wait for the water to subside, and that is up to Mother Nature. It will take either a couple of days, it could take weeks before that water reside. We do know that staff, especially in the northern parts of the Kruger National Park, are still cut off from the rest of the park. But the authorities, the Sun Park authorities, have told us that the people, they still have enough food, they are still safe, they are in communication with them daily. It's just that they can't cross the rivers, cross the bridges because of that safety concern. So at the moment, it's best for them to stay where they are until the roads or the rivers subside sufficiently for them to move to the other side of the park. What we have received from SANParks in the last couple of hours is that they have basically tomorrow they will reopen for day visitors, and that is also subject to various things. So they don't want them to go on gravel roads, for example, and some of the northern parts of the province of the area remains closed at the moment. So day visitors allowed from tomorrow, and that will be a sigh of relief to the rest of the tourism industry here in this area. We spoke to the Lowveld Tourism Authority earlier this morning, who said because of the closure of the Kruger National Park, it has a knock-on effect. It's a very fragile ecosystem that is operating within this province. So Kruger National Park, if there's a problem there, the knock-on effect is that tour operators who take people into the park, they immediately start suffering. People who sell curios along the park, they start suffering. And it has a knock-on effect because people who want to include in their holiday plans or in their outing plans the Kruger National Park, and then that option is not available, start cancelling. So they're actually telling us that they fielded a number of calls during this weekend and previous days of people trying to cancel, their bookings for holidays here because of the closure of the Kruger National Park. But that obviously is going to subside from tomorrow as the park is now opening because of that decision by SANParks.
And it's a significant decision, isn't it, Ulrich, the resumption of day visits, because that was one of the earlier taken steps which had to do with the safety more than anything else of day visitors, especially those who undertake self-drives, given the state of the various bridges and certain roads and pathways around the park. So is it based, this assumption and this preparation to resume day visits from tomorrow, would you say it's based largely on the safety assessment, given also what the weather authorities have said about by when we will start seeing the weather starting to clear? Ulrich? All right, we seem to have a bit of a challenge there. I think we've lost the line to Ulrich Hendriks, who was reporting there for us from the Kruger National Park, but I think we got enough from that story, certainly as far as the question of the resumption of day visits, which were suspended, of course, a couple of days ago by authorities at the Kruger. Ulrich and the team will continue to report on that story, that aspect of the story, throughout the day here on SABC News.